Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Gone. Kush B, straight up out that OC. Money tall as Shaq, so I ball like Kobe. If I'm with a hoe, she probably about to blow me. Cause I got game like a motherfucking Sony. Nigga, use a phony. I'ma catch you lonely and leave you in the past like a pair of Saucony. Riding on the beat like a motherfucking pony. I'ma hit the street, my mind playing tricks on me. Only if these niggas really knew I'm strapped like a tennis shoe. Pop you like a Willie do and blast at your niggas too. Used to be dance, but that mag gon' be spinning you. Riding around, you hit the ground, a bag, they'll be zipping you. I'ma go lava, flowing like lava. But I'm so cold, day after tomorrow. I'ma flip the script, nigga, kinda like Java. And if you talking lip, then I'ma make 'em holler. Watch me fucking change 'em from a bass to a alto. Bitch, I'm a dog, I think I need some Alpo. Dick to these hoes, so they call me Castro. And if you talking shit, then I'ma pick you like an afro. Trying to stop my cash flow, I'ma let the mag blow. Never had a dad, so I had to let my ass show. Give 'em what they asked for, grinding all day, but I ain't talking ass though. Trying to make my grass grow. Push button, auto start, swinging out the auto mark. Badass yellow bitch, call that hoe a Autobot. Cause I make a transform, stripping in the parking lot. Money over bitches, stipulations never brought about. Look at how I run this shit, down like a punter kick. I'ma get this money, money. Gotta get this money quick. Every day is Christmas when your pockets fucking Santa thick. You play with my intelligence, you red just like a Santa fit. Hey man, I been a G. Ain't no sense in hating me, cause I can put you on like some motherfucking A&D. So true like A&E, on point like A to B. And you can see that I'm the definition, nigga, A to Z. Tango Alpha Double Zebra, known to keep the Desert Eagle microphone melting, cause I'm hotter than a fucking fever. Fuck a skeezer, chasing money like a fucking cheetah. Nigga in my way, Holly race him with the fucking Nina. Do it for the hood, in case you were a non-believer. Blowing on some good, white people like to call it reefer. Gripping wood and sitting crooked. Niggas hate they bitches looking like another blunt of kush. Yeah, baby, now we cooking. Done with this. Hey, hey.
Hey y'all, hey. Hope all is well. Hey Miss Parker sister. How you doing, boo-boo? How you doing? How you doing? I've been meaning to talk to you. I'm just a little socially awkward, so like I don't be knowing how to start off the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. Hope all is well to everyone. Um I'm going to try to do this live as if there are a lot of people in here, right? Hey, Booster, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm gonna do this live because normally I don't really have a lot of traffic, but I wanted to really start getting my content in, throwing some ideas out there, trying to figure it out, and yeah, see how this shit goes. You know what I'm saying? I really want to try to be as consistent as possible. And part of my problem is that when I don't really see no one, like, like in the chat or whatever, I feel like I'm talking to myself. So I usually just kind of like ramble and then I leave. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and go with my content on this live. And I'm just gonna talk as if there's at least 50 people in here, even though there's probably like two or three, maybe one. Who knows? So before we do all of that, as you can see, my title is called, Why I'm a Loner Now. Um, there's gonna be a new series that I'm doing. I don't know how many episodes. It may be a short series, it may be a long series, but nevertheless, it's gonna be a little series of pretty much why I'm a loner. Yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to play one more song so I can one more song by a local artist. So then that way I can kind of get my laptop going so I can play music on it while we talk. And then, then we're gonna get started with the story time. Make sure you like, share. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not and you haven't been subscribed, subscribe anyway, mother. I almost cussed. I forgot we gotta wait like 15 minutes. Ooh, almost got me. But yeah. Um, I'm gonna play one more quick song and then I will cam up and we can get started. How about that? You want to hear this? Okay. All right, y'all. Hold on just 1 second, please.
Hey, yo, Kush. I'm gonna make them twerk to this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, jump. Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, jump.
Never mind. My laptop loaded up, and then when I realized this song was on here, I was like, "Oh hell no! It's not mixed. It's not mastered. I don't even talk to this bitch no more." What's the point? What's the point? So yeah. What vibe are we feeling, y'all? So I like to interact with, the people that are in here, the few of y'all that are in here, and see what kind of vibe y'all want to go. Y'all want to go like um late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all want to do some up to date shit. Y'all want to do some rap. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? What mood are we in today? Do we know? Because I'm random. I'm very random. So yeah, if y'all don't mind, I'll just pick something and I'll go from there. I'll pick one of my playlists and go from there. I'm on my Apple Music right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead on some to play. You just vibing with me? Okay, cool, sis. Cool, cool, cool. All right, y'all gotta excuse me because a part of me trying to do this as well is to help me with my consistency, to help me get used to talk to people online. You know what I'm saying? Because not that easy for me. Like y'all see me, have my uh this will work. Y- You big slump. I didn't know you was in here, boo. Hey. You said, bet you won't play all the famous bangers from when we was a kid in school. Oh, okay. Okay, big slump. Here's the thing. A lot of the songs when we was in school, especially from like local people, I don't really know a lot of them because I came back to Dallas, well, Oak Cliff especially second semester junior year. So y'all had, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all already was having, like artists like out of Carter and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't really know much of. So if you got like a specific song, I can definitely play it. But until then, I'm just gonna kind of go with this. If this is cool with y'all cool with do or die? Cool with do or die? Hopefully y'all cool with do or die, right? And then, Tim kind of stalling a little bit because I was just kind of hoping to get just a few more people in here, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm good with what I have. I'm looking rough, but I wanted to kind of play in my makeup a little bit as I tell y'all this story because I kind of got a new, well, yeah, new foundation. It's not like new, you know what I'm saying, but it's new to me, and I want to see if it works for me. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. See, I'm a little rough. Excuse me. But yeah, I wanted to try this. So I was gonna kind of chat with y'all a little bit while I play in makeup. So We can go ahead and do this. Hold on. All right. Oh, also, have to sound like a beggar or whatever, but I am, creating a little content. I am creating a little content, and so I'm gonna go ahead and drop my cash app in the chat, or maybe I should just put it on the banner. Hold on, just in case I want to, donate. It's not necessary, but I will appreciate it. Hold on, I'm trying to see. You know where I'm at? Where am I at? Damn, I got my P. These are actually like my dance shorts. I was kind of dancing a little earlier, moving. When we get old, y'all, you gotta continue to move. You got to. You gotta continue to move. And I'll be 40 this year, and one thing I will not be is stiff as an ironing board. Okay. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Around the corner. You were so funny. Oh my god. Okay. So again, we're gonna go and get into this story. So I wanted to do this series. I don't want to get sidetracked. Let me get started with my makeup. I got my well, no, I'm not gonna use this finishing spray. Oh, me, baby. Okay, I was trying to find my mist, but I don't need that right now. Hey, so put on my primer. So I thought about this series called Why I'm a Loner Now because one thing about me, I'm a Scorpio and I'm always in my head, right? I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking, I'm always reevaluating, I'm always paying attention. I see things that most people don't really see or pay attention to until it happens. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I'm turning this down because that's my jam. But because of that, because of the fact that I'm very observant and I'm transparent, and what have you, that people get the wrong idea about me, right? So this starts all the way back to my teenage years, right? Well, it's like my young adult years, but in order for you to understand as a young adult, no, not really. No, no, no. We ain't got to go too far. We're not gonna go too far. We're gonna go into senior year in high school, right? So basically, y'all gotta excuse me because I'm trying to multitask, and I multitask, but I don't talk and multitask. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But anyway, so this friend, well, I had a group of friends. One thing about me when I was in school, I was the quiet type. Thanks, Booster. I was the quiet type. I was real, I was chill. But when it came to like dance, when it came to like being silly, being, goofy or whatever, oh, you wouldn't think I was shy. You would not fathom me being shy, right? And the older and older I was getting, I didn't realize this until I got grown, like 28, 29. You know what I'm saying? Where is my eyebrow pencil? Anyway, I didn't realize that I was kind of popular in a sense. One thing about me, Me and my best friend at the time, we had started a dance group for our old school in my I'm gonna say hometown because I was raised there for the most part. I wasn't born in McKinney, but I was raised there since I was like five and a half. So you know what I'm saying? Um, so with that being said, I've always had like a group of girls around me. You know what I'm saying? Now, did I consider all of them like my friends? No, but nevertheless, they was around, and I never really paid attention to it. Oh, see, I was finna snap because my kids, especially my 11-year old, be all in my shit. So when I can't find something, I get mad. Okay. You avoid a lot of issues being observant, though. Nothing wrong with that. No, that's true. And I did avoid a lot growing up in life, but at the same time, the bad side for me was I was too observant, but at the same time, when it came to my friends, I was too loving, too lenient. You know what I'm saying? Too understanding, too okay, just go with the flow with it. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, let me try to hold on. I gotta get this mirror. Okay, and because of that, I got screwed in the end in a lot of situations. So see, and it's funny that I'm telling y'all this because now I want to tell y'all a different story because this actually happened before the story that I was going to tell you. Okay, I had this best friend. We're gonna name her Naomi. Okay. Me and Naomi met in the ninth grade. She came from another town. It was called Plano, Texas. For those of you that don't know, it's about 15 minutes from McKinney, Texas. And we instantly clicked when she came to my school in the ninth grade. Instantly. She just walked up to me. And she was like, "Hey, I'm new. My name is Naomi. I was just wondering if at lunch I can sit with you." And I was, my friendly ass at the time. "Yeah, okay." It's funny now because I'm still a little friendly, but mm-mm, not like that. Not like that. So we fast forward. At this point, we've been friends, and it's my junior year in high school. And at this time, I don't have my dance team established. We're doing pep rallies. We doing city events. We're helping sick and shut in. We're doing a lot of community service work. We, you know, we was out there with the community. That was part of my dream. So y'all gotta excuse how I'm doing this makeup. Hopefully it'll come out nice at the end. But anyway, so at this point, like I said, I'm in 11th grade. I'm depressed, but I'm thriving. I'm depressed because of stuff at home, which I let trickle down into my school life and, my confidence and my self esteem and yada, 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 right? And okay, even though I always had a lot of like girls around me and wanted to be around me and, I guess wanted to be in my clique or whatever, I don't, it's so weird to say because I wasn't trying to have a clique. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I was a depressed young girl. I felt alone in a crowded room. I just wanted some familiarity. Something familiar. I wanted somebody that understood what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? Because my parents, They dealt with, alcoholism and addiction and stuff. So they didn't really have time, you know what I'm saying? Or didn't give a whole lot of time to talk to me, give me girl talks, do the mother and daughter things, and my mom also he suffered from mental illness. So and we didn't know that till we were grown. So we were really it was very much turmoil in my house. Um and I had to go to school and act like I was normal, like I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, going through it, like I wasn't without. What's up, Joe? Cool. I'm cool. I'm sorry. What's up, Joe? I don't even know why I tried to say that whole name. I normally don't do it, but here I go trying to do extra shit. But anyway, oh no, I don't want to hear no bugaboo. Sorry, no, no, fam. It's changing. That's kind of messing up my vibe. Okay, so with that being said, at this point in my life, so much was going on that I couldn't really keep up. So I channeled my energy through dance. On the side of me having a dance group at my school that I had to go to the state board for, I had to write bylaws. I had to go to several board meetings to get this club going to be considered UIL. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm very fucking proud of myself for that because I was only what 16, 17, about to be 17 when I accomplished that. So that was really dope for me. So anyway, hold on, y'all. So not right now, I'm busy. But so at this time I ain't gonna lie, one thing about me too, I'm a Scorpio, so I did have a lot of dudes that I conversed with for different reasons. I wasn't fucking all of them, but yeah, like I had a dude that would, take me out on dates. I had a dude that was buying me wardrobes every time he would go buy him a wardrobe. Yes, and I was a teenager. And then had a dude, that I just kind of hang out with, you know what I'm saying? So when I go to, the next city over, like Allen or Plano, me and him would go and we'll kick it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we teens, teenagers, we used to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't judge me. Don't judge me. So I had a boyfriend, but he went to another high school. Left that high school to go to the older high school because my brother was there. So it's kind of like a symbolic type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so okay. I'm trying to think how I want to go with this. Okay, so one day, like I said, keep in mind I had a boyfriend, but I was still a little player. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama always taught me that if I'm not married, then I'm single. She taught me that at a very young age. She taught me to not be a hoe, but nothing's for sale and nothing's for free. So I had different guy friends for different purposes. You know what I'm saying? And it was a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? It was a gift and a curse. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just another story for another day. I was in love. In love with whom? I wasn't in love. I'll put it like this. I was in deep light with the boyfriend that I had because we were friends since like second, third grade. So it was like a puppy love type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say I was in love not until after we had graduated and stuff like that. Like when but about to graduate. But I was still fucking around. So can you really say I was in love? I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I was still, but that's beside the point. That's another story for another day. It's funny because it's like stories intertwining with stories. So wait a minute. Cowboys play the Saints September 15th. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about Booster being from the NO. Well, it's DC4L. But anyway, back to my story. So, um, when we, do our little gossip, we all sat at, the cafeteria table, one of the tables. It was our table. You know how it is in high school. Yeah, you had your sections, you know what I'm saying? And that was that. So we talking, and I'm telling Naomi about this guy that I like. He was kind of a popular guy. Been liking him since however long, like had a little crush on him since like elementary school. And he was a little older than me. I want to say he was like 3 years older than me, 3 to 4 years older than me. So, you know, I didn't think he would be stunting me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm young and who my brother is, and a lot of people scared to date me because of my brother and blah 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 blah. So I thought of it, but I didn't really think too deep of it. And I'm telling Naomi and I'm telling my other best friend, we gonna name her May. So I'm talking to Naomi and I'm talking to May, and I'm telling them and the other girls at the table, oh, I like such and such. He this, he that. I've been crushing on him since I was like in the fifth grade, and he's trying to talk to me now. And so, make that long story short, she heard me. She heard me real loud. We could leave from school, have our regular day, go to dance practice, yada, 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 right? Only to get back to school the next day. I get off the bus. I'm walking into the school, into the cafeteria where everybody is at, and everybody starts running up to me. My best friend May, the whole clique, if you will. It's funny saying clique, y'all, because I yeah, anyway. So what's up, Timothy? So anyway, everybody's running up to me and I'm in shock. I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, what's happening? Y'all don't judge my face right now. I'm trying to open up this. I really want to play in this foundation, so I figure I would chat with y'all and do this at the same time, but I'm having technical difficulties here. But yeah, so everybody's running up to me and I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening? What's wrong? Right? And May is like, Shan, tell me why Naomi slept with such and such. And I'm like, what? I literally just told this girl yesterday. Yesterday. That I like this dude. And she goes and fucks him. So I'm just like, I'm feeling away, but at the same time, I never gave him none. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't that girl. Like, I had to look like I was that girl, so people got misconstrued because I was really thick growing up. Like, I was slim thick, but I had a really big booty, and and whatever. I guess how I looked at the time, my face, facial features, and whatever. People kind of determined that I was kind of out there until they start dating me, and then they get real upset because I'm not out there like they thought I was. So but Naomi was out there. So she was the easier, option, for his agenda. So a part of me was mad, but a part of me was like, you know what? It's just a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole boyfriend anyway. Maybe that was just, God and the universe telling me I ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying? I already got a roster. Let me sit the fuck down somewhere. Wait, Booster says You got thick over these past few months, though. I did, didn't I? Let me see. Let me show you. Hold on. Because see, I have a thyroid illness, right? So I lost my thyroid back in 2023. And so after that, like out of nowhere, I just started picking up weight. Let me pull these down some so y'all won't think I'm trying to be mannish. And it, I'm saying, big slow, I'm just being for real. You see, I'm trying to work out so I can get it right. Not how I want it to be, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But anyway, still trying to open up this foundation. So we fast forward. I let that shit go. What y'all looking at? Stop. Nah, but yeah, so we let it go. We try. Teach these. Treat these niggas like they treat us. So we like, all right, whatever, bet. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep in mind, McKinney at the time was a very small town. It wasn't really a suburb. You know what I'm saying? Until mid 2000s, you know what I'm saying? The 2010s, all of that. This is like 2002 I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So a few weeks roll by, no, a few months, something like that, kind of roll in, and it's time for this dance we used to have called Mort. We called it Mort because the white people call it Mort, which is backwards for prom. But black folks at black schools call this dance the Sadie Hawkins dance. I learned that when I started going to Carter. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we getting ready for more or whatever, and I'm at my other friend's house. We can go ahead and say her real name because it's like fuck her, and it's whenever I see her, I'm gonna beat her. I don't care if I'm 82. I'm gonna drag her for old and new. And I will tell y'all that soon in one of these next episodes. So China baby, I'm over here playing in makeup and doing a little story time. I had got this NYX foundation, and I'm normally like well, I've used MAC, CoverGirl, Bare Minerals, and like L'Oreal, and I'm just trying to. It's hard finding my shade because I'm like in between shades, like so many different shades. But anyway, I digress. So hold on, let me change. Do we change the vibe, y'all? Is this too chill? Should I do a little something more up to date? Or, what's up? Y'all good with the vibe? Hopefully y'all good with the vibe. Technically, I'm not good. I'm still trying to find a song so I can get back to talking. Hold on, let me go into a different playlist, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where's my playlist? No, we not. You good with me? Appreciate it. I don't know. It's just not feeling it right now. Let me see. I could play a bunch of indie artists, some artists from around here, but eh, well, maybe one day. Let me see where. No, where? Shit, shit, shit. My laptop is so slow, y'all. I need another one. It is open, the bitch though. So no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. All right, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So few months passed. Like I said, we getting ready for this school dance, yada yada, and all that bullshit. We getting our dresses, we doing this, we doing that. I'm at my other friend's house, Jessica. Like I told y'all, I don't care about saying her name because it would be forever up and stuck in life. There's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? There's no booster. No, I mean technically, legally, yes. Not with the nigga. No, I left him 3 months after we got married, which will be another episode on the why I'm a loner now. But no, I am in a relationship though that I've been in for quite some time. But yeah, that's a little. I ain't gonna say complicated, but it's interesting because like we've been together for so long that like at this point in our lives, somebody do some shit, some fuck shit, we probably wouldn't even give a damn. Yeah, 3 months. He was abusive. Big Slump, you might. Are you from the cliff, Big Slump? Are you familiar with Woodtown, Big Slump? You might know my baby daddy. Well, my slash ex husband. You might know my son. My son boxes. He just became pro. He had his first pro fight. He went to Mexico. He's a lightweight. He was on Channel 4 News and oh no, I don't like the stories boost. I just like telling my stories. He was on Channel 4 News and he was on Smash the Topic, my son. So I gotta watch kind of. Oh, so you know who I'm talking about? So we need to chat because fuck that nigga. But anyway, yeah, he was abusive and he was like a serial cheater. Like I really had no business. You know what I'm saying? Going that route. But I felt like my back was against the wall. I got pregnant and yeah, but we'll tell that story for another day. So what's his name so I can follow him? I like boxing. My son's name. Um, I'm trying to see what's his name on Instagram. You may have to just type in Aiden Anderson, Aiden Anderson. Dang, I got makeup on my shirt. No, yeah, his name is Aiden Anderson. That's my heart. That's my only son. He took him from me because I didn't want to deal anymore, and then put me on child support. But that's another story for another day. Yeah. So I don't really have a relationship with my son like I would want, but I'm going to start doing a series called An Open Letter to My Son. I just don't know if I'm gonna make them for the public or not. But with that, I hope he understands what happened and I hope he can understand that his mom did not leave him, that his mom left an abusive situation and couldn't take him with her because the dad would not allow it, physically fought me. But I'm trying to debate how I'm going to do that. But anyway, so like I was saying, we chilling, getting ready for this backwards prom, whatever y'all want to call it. And I'm at my friend at the time, Jessica's house, and she. Let me see. We have 4 months in a year, and with all your stories, can y'all see me? Sorry, I had a call. Um, we have 4 months left in the year, and with all your stories, I got a busy few months left listening to Shan. Oh, absolutely, Booster. Big Slum says, I didn't know Little Aiden was number 2 in the country. Yeah, yeah, that's my baby. I wonder where you've been. Hold on. I miss you. It's so hard to admit. Months since I last saw you, months since I last called you, but we made love. All right. I'm okay. I'm good. But yeah, that's my baby. That's my only boy. Y'all hold on, okay? My daughter needs to speak to me. Give me just a second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I seen him fight a few times. He got some for real. Big Slum, I'm gonna tell you a small little story about my son, okay? He's been a fighter all his life. When I say all his life, dog, why did you bust in here? Look, y'all, my German Shepherd. He just busted my room, and then there go my Yorkie. Say hi, AC. Say hi, AC. All right, y'all get out. Get out. Hold on. Come on. Live. Not bad, y'all. So apparently it's a box and it doesn't have a name on it, but it has my address. He's a lightweight. I've seen him fight a few in 138, but he's 145 now. Yeah, he's a lightweight. He was a fighter his whole life. He has my dad's height. My dad was 6'4". Um, when he was a when he was an infant. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. My youngest just got home. She kind of telling me about her day a little bit. Hold on, she want to say hi. This is a rare moment that I put any of my children on the screen. Okay, here she go, y'all. Y'all be nice to my baby. Hi. Say hi. This is my youngest baby, y'all. All right. All right, go find you something to eat. Get out your clothes. Go relax. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. Yeah, that's my baby. But anyway, Aiden was always a fighter, right? Like, Aiden, he was like 10, 11 months old. Well, I'm going to say between 9 and 11 months old. He was already walking. He was big. He was a big baby. Okay? Like, when he was 3 months, he was wearing 9, 10-month clothes. He was big. So I knew then that he was going to be tall. He started walking at 8 months. After that, he started kind of talking like right at 10, 11 months. And when he started talking, he would always be like, exactly, big slut. Lucky for her, she ain't got no homework today. But like you heard me tell her, get out them clothes, go relax, go get you something to eat. If she already know to go clean that room, I shouldn't have to say that, right? Right. So, um, Anyway, so my friend May, she had pet rabbits. And when I left my ex at the time, I went to go stay with her. So when I would go get my son, so he could spend the night with me or whatever, because his dad, is a ho out here, and he wouldn't let me have him for too long. Um, my son would always try to fight the rabbits. He'll be like, "Mommy, fight now!" And he'll poke the rabbit in the eye. Or he already has his little dukes up. But yeah. But growing up, I did a little kickboxing. I don't really know if his daddy did any fighting. He sure wouldn't fight these niggas in the street. But, he sure would fight me. But I didn't know. I don't know if he did any boxing per se. Shit, when I was born, we had cloth diapers with the safety pins. Y'all know about it. Technically, I do, Booster, because in one of my baby pictures, I had a cloth diaper on. I didn't know what it was, but yeah, I had one of them bitches on. It was blue. But yeah. Anyway, back to dang big slub. I didn't know you knew me like that. I didn't know you knew me like that, or knew my baby. Well, I should have known since you from out this way, and you know what I'm saying. So I should have known. But yeah, like hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get back into the story, the first story as to why I'm a loner now. All this shit we're talking about is just confirming why the fuck I'm a loner, right? So, oh, hold on, y'all. This my white son. Okay, so like I said, we're getting ready for this dance. I was at my homegirl Jessica house at the time, and one of her neighbor slash friend came over. He was alright. He wasn't just drop dead fine like he thought he was, but he was decent. He had a little something about him, a little zhuzh, if you will. That I was kind of interested in, and plus he wasn't from McKinney, so it was like, okay. And at the time, I had just broke up with my boyfriend. I don't remember why, but yeah, we broke up or whatever. And so I didn't have a date, tomorrow or whatever. And so I thought I could get him to be, well, no, I didn't think that. I'm sorry, I didn't think that, y'all, because he was gonna be my friend just because they were just friends, like they were just going platonically, right? So I was like, well, shoot, I can get to know him on the cool then. If she ain't trying to, holler at the nigga, why can't I get to know him? So, make a long story short, we go to the dance, have a good time, end up being friends after, talk often, we exchange numbers. We used to go like on workout dates together, basketball dates, we play basketball together and shit, movies. You know what I'm saying? Had makeout sessions. That's about it. Just makeout sessions. And maybe in another story I'll explain why it was just makeout sessions. But anyway, so, we was chilling. And Jessica, she didn't give a shit. She didn't give a damn. But one weekend, me and Felicia had planned to hang out together. And for the weekend, like I was gonna go stay the night with her. And we was gonna go like to the movies, and kick it, do this, do that, do this, do that, girl shit. And then it kind of turned into like a double date. We ended up going on a double date or whatever. Well, we were supposed to go on a double date, but the guy that was going for my friend Naomi, he backed out. You know, maybe he wasn't into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much backed out, and so we all go to the movies. Me, the guy, and yeah, and Naomi. So like change shirts. But yeah, so we all go to the movies. You know, it's from the beginning of the movie date. I knew it was gonna be some bullshit, and the reason why it was some bullshit is because we walk into the theater and finna sit down to watch whatever the fuck we was about to watch, and this girl jumps over previous chairs just to make sure she's sitting by him before I get over there. I'm like, is this bitch serious? So I'm already peeping it, right? But I'm a curious individual, so I like to see how far you gonna take it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ross, salute, brother. I'm just playing with makeup and telling a little story and finna grease my scalp. So, um, so we fast forward, like I said, I'm feeling away. We get to her house and I go and take a shower. Call my mom, let her know, okay, we home from the movies, I'm safe, I'm good. Get off the phone with my mom, take a shower. And then I come out the shower. Why are they on the phone? When did they exchange numbers? When when did this happen? When did I miss that? How did that happen? Right? So I immediately, instead of like going off and slapping the fuck out of her in her own house, I called my brother and was like, bro, come get me before I drop this bitch. Like, for real. Before she get beat up, get jumped, whatever I feel like at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of shit was only a phone call for me. We're pretty much in the country. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much know everybody in McKinney, and I'm pretty much kin to everybody in McKinney. That's why I didn't like to date a lot of McKinney dudes. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Yeah, you was gonna get touched. So I go home. I tell my mama what happened, and keep in mind, my mom has met the boy. So she liked the boy. She got cool with the mama, everything. Everybody kind of knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I even contemplating completely leaving my boyfriend for him because at this point, at this roundabout time, me and my dude got back together. Go figure, right? So, but for me, it wasn't even about the dude. It was about the principle. You know what I'm saying? Because again, at the time, I had a whole boyfriend. So if my homegirl would have came up to me and be like, "Look, I know you like him. I know you trying to vibe with him or whatever. But I like him too. And since you're not even single, let me get a chance. You always get all the niggas. Why can't I get one? Like, come correct, come for real. And then I could have been like, here, you know, here. That's just the attitude that I had growing up. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of people don't understand is I have two sisters and one brother. One of my sisters is a whole stud, so she's nigga down. And then my brother, no, well, I really wouldn't consider myself poly. Well, maybe polyamorous, but uh, not poly. Like, because my boyfriend really had no idea. That's how smooth I was. Like, he didn't know. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't come into an agreement until I moved to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really say poly. Well, not a fair poly. I say that. It was very unfair
on my end because I was kicking it. Okay. Yeah, it was something. So, oh boy ends up calling my house phone. Back in we had cordless phones back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So that made hanging up on the motherfucker more dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to be like, "Oh, motherfucker," you know what I'm saying? Or you had that other phone. You had the cordless that was on the wall, but you had the other phone. You know what I'm saying? At the end table in the living room. You just hang up real hard. I know I'm not the only one that missed that. I miss flip phones because I used to flip that motherfucker so hard when I hung up on you, motherfucker. Yes, I miss those days. Miss a good flip phone. Nah, but anyway, so the old boy called me like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? He called, "Hey, what's up? You want to go play basketball? You want to, you want to just hang out today? What we doing today? Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "What the fuck? I know you not hitting me up after you just been talking to my best friend. Y'all probably done fucked around or whatever because I'm not gonna fuck you. So, have fun, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me the fuck alone." My mama get on the phone, cuss him out, tell him he told him tell his mama to run up. Like my mama was saying. See, because my mom wasn't from McKinney. My mom is from the North. My mom is from North Park to be exact. My dad, he when he was born, he was in South Dallas. When he got in like to middle school, end of elementary, he moved to Woodtown in Oak Cliff. For those of y'all that don't know these areas. So, even though I was raised in a small rural town and everything, don't mean my parents were. So my parents was like hood to the bitch. And I'm sitting there like, no, until I get mad. You know what I'm saying? Then it all came out. You know what I'm saying? So that happens. He's apologizing. My mama made him cry. I'm talking about he is crying. And he's like 3 years older than me too. So I'm just looking like, man, these niggas is weak.